死なない程度に作戦開始。俺に続いて。
そうはいくか。一番はこの私でしょうが。始発隊。
おじいちゃん、パラシュート、パラシュート。
ありがとう。
In this video, we'll be recapping some of the most anticipated anime that have recently been released. If you're looking to watch something new and different, then we have you covered. From fast-paced action scenes to humor that'll have you rolling with tears, and most importantly, the emotions which complete any type of anime. This top 10 anime won't be complete without you. So, hit the like button and subscribe 10 times, and let's get started.
君とのプレゼントがクローゼットの中に入っていると。
My home hero centers on a 47-year-old salaryman, Tetsuo Tuso, who has a wife and a daughter named Reika in university, who can sometimes act a bit rebellious. But nonetheless, he has a happy life in his own way. Until one day, he finds out his daughter Reika has been beaten, and thus begins his journey to a dangerous world to protect his family. Our protagonist discovers that Reika is being physically compromised by her scumbag boyfriend, who's part of a notorious criminal organization. But what makes this even more frightening is how this boyfriend of hers gets into relationships and kills his girlfriends. Talk about being too in love. Tetsuo chooses to take action and ends up eliminating his daughter's boyfriend with his wife's help. Damn, things are getting weirder and weirder in the first episode. He disposes of the body, hoping to get their daughter safe from any harm. Don't miss out watching this anime to know how both the parents push to the extreme in doing anything to protect their children. Nothing is more than a parent's love, not even murder.
我は放つ光の白髄。この知人たちには実体がない。
Sorcerous Stabber Orphen, Doom of Dragon Sanctuary, is a thrilling anime series that follows the adventures of Orphen, a powerful sorcerer on a mission with Renona taking the lead. Orphen is a magician left the esteemed Tower of Fangs. He sets out on a quest to discover and save Azali, a young woman who seems to have a mysterious connection to Orphen in his past. Azali is considered to be a sister, but his search leads him to the thriving metropolis of Totokanta. He meets her again for the first time, but she isn't the same as Azali. Pretty much because she's a fire-breathing dragon, duh. Orphen and his companions head to the closest domain where the Lord is waiting for them. On the way to the nearest domain, he decides to fight physically instead of using magical superpowers. Along with his companions, Orphen navigates dangerous obstacles and battles powerful enemies to uncover the truth behind the curse and break it before it's too late for his sister. Not to mention, he did change his name into Orphen. I mean, who does that?
混沌と秩序を破壊する魔法少女アナーキー。
Can you ever imagine that otaku culture being suppressed or completely destroyed? Well, this anime is just that, and boy oh boy does the trailer have you on the edge. Mysterious otaku hero, a young revolutionary who adores otaku culture, anarchy, blue and pink, a girl who keeps saying goo 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 goo. This trio of magical girls who admire him. He goes on misadventures in Magical Girl Destroyers, which is set the dystopic near future where otaku culture in Japan has been eradicated by a mysterious organization known as SSC. He chooses to assist Anarchy and utilizes a blimp to blast the enemy. After jumping into an SSC prison camp and liberating the inmates there, Anarchy causes the otaku to revolt against their oppressors, and Anarchy liberates Magical Girl Blue from her isolation. If you were reincarnated once, it's understandable. But if you're reincarnated twice, now we have a serious problem over here. Our protagonist Setsu once traveled to another world after being called there and ended up saving it. Naturally, he grew and evolved into an isekai normie. He had to start over as a newborn who formerly lived as a depressed high school student who suddenly called back to the same alternate reality. We see Setsu save this fantasy world from a great war and is able to go back to Japan. Also, he's brought back to this world for the second time so that he can protect Yuki in this world too. In combination, it's a nice change of pace you guys must be watching Summon to Another World for the second time. Hell's Paradise is a beautiful anime with an endearingly sketchy aesthetic that links in well with the emotional beats. Nothing remained undone. Great series. However, be aware that some contain anti-theft labels. A ninja from Iwagakure village known as Gabimaru the Hollow, who's cold and motionless, was set up by another ninja and is currently on death row. He wants to die because he's sick of murdering and betrayal. However, no matter if death succeeds on him, since despite Gabimaru's seeming indifference, he does have a reason to live. He wants to go back to his wife who caused him to lose his cool and stop being a successful assassin. He therefore rejects death. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you watch this shonen action series where romance is the one element that ties everything together. Mash Burndead, a small child who lacks magic yet is the strongest person nearby, is born into a world of magicians. His very presence alters the course of history. In this magical universe, magic is used for everything. However, there's one man who trains and bulks up in the middle of the forest. Yes, he has a well-organized gym in the forest, not to mention he has an appetite for snacks. Mash has a tremendous level of physical strength. He's able to swipe his palm to deflect powerful magic spells and move extraordinarily large objects with great speed in a variety of ways. He seems to already be in a worse position than his classmates. He uses his fists alone to overcome magic in order to accomplish his ambitions. You'll have your head scratching your hand by the end of the series. Yes, I meant that. Head scratching hand. Don't judge me. I just watched the first episode.
なんだと
家に帰ってママのミルクでも飲んでな。
このガキャ
Asahi Ikusawa is a high school student who got lost and ended up in another world. He has knowledge of video games and fantasy worlds, but he's weak and doesn't have any cheat abilities. He finds his older sister Mayu in the other world, and she has the strongest cheat ability and also has a brother complex. The big joke is that Maya is more powerful than Asahi, but no one knows it, and she's fully willing to sacrifice herself for him. It's not as amusing as a gimmick, even if the episode has its moments. Maya is a full-blown yandere. Not only does she mercilessly kill those who insult Asahi, but she's also obsessed with him to the point that she smashed her head into a wall until she fell into a coma just to be isekai alongside him. She doesn't care that they're trapped in a fantasy world and will do pretty much anything he asks if he promises a bit of physical affection in return. Now, we ain't in Sweet Home Alabama, and that's the core joke of the series. He's got himself trapped in a situation where he can't reveal how weak he is. So, he needs to do things for his sister to get her help in both battles and the cover-up. For this reason, the series does seem to have a sense of humor, as the bit where Maya beats her skull into comatose oblivion to follow her brother down the isekai rabbit hole.
政権を構えて巨大な剣をイメージするんだ。巨大な剣？なんだこりゃ！
あれは本物の聖剣です。面白い。ぜひとも証明してもらおうじゃないか。
In the village of Cheza, Tuka is a typical farmer. The real hero Sion is out fighting demons that threaten to invade the earth as he daydreams about becoming a hero and getting the girl. Tuka accidentally kills the protagonist and immediately buries Sion's body to conceal the evidence. But when he awakens the following morning, he realizes he's not in his own body. Unfortunately, the seal was incomplete and has begun to weaken, allowing the demons to once again begin their attack. Worried about the safety of his village, selfish and perverted farmer Tukascott dug pitfalls to defend against the demons. Yuna Eunice, Tuka's childhood buddy, joined him. The three of them set off as what may be the most inappropriate group to ever attempt to save the world together. Amidst the chaos and destruction, the legendary hero is dead, but his legacy lives on. Don't miss out on this unforgettable anime, where the legend may be gone, but his impact will forever be felt.
科学で指先一つ触りゃ10万ボルトのスタンガンが爆誕だ。
Dr. Stone is one of those anime you can never get bored of. A shonen series that takes outside of the norms, being the obvious battle series with a hero super moves power of friendship. There is a huge mysterious green light that spreads throughout the world, petrifying humanity into stone and taking Earth back to its state. The main protagonist, Senku, awakens from his petrification through a fluid to see that the world he once knew was completely different. After he's revived, he brings everyone back. His same mission from that day was to bring all 7 billion people on Earth back to life using the power of science. The head members of the cult are Yukito's parents. After being sacrificed, he's resurrected into a different universe where there's no such thing as religion and pornographic literature are as common as children's drawings. Smashes the button that says transport to this world ASAP. Yukito, who's the heir to a cult leader, bases his existence on the enigmatic goddess Mitama. But after he's skilled in a ceremony gone wrong, everything changes. Unexpectedly, Yukito is reborn into a universe where there's no idea of God. Additionally, the Imperial State controls life and death in this universe. During his battle to defend his new village, Yukito receives assistance from a former self. In KamiKatsu, working for God, we've seen the hilarious, heartwarming, and sometimes chaotic daily lives of the gods and their helpers. From the Yandere sister complex to parents who love their daughter to the point of killing her boyfriend. Yes, this season, we have it all under cover. If you love this recap, then don't forget to like and subscribe and obviously watch our other videos to support our Sweet Home Alabama journey.